Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Welcome back to another deadline stream. It is game week. Just checking my mic's working there. It is game week 14. We now have 3 game weeks starting in the space of a week, and we have lots of injuries and stuff to discuss today. So, say hello. We'll do a usual round of hellos. We'll do into a quick fire round of questions. I have not made a single transfer this week. I wish I had, but I haven't. So I've got 2 free transfers to make at a minimum. I might end up taking a -4 as well during this stream. Team at the moment is lining up as it is on stream. And now we've put cash. We've put cash last on the bench. We brought Livramento in partly because I just fancy him to start that game. He was great midweek. And I also think there's news that the flight for the Manchester United team was cancelled. So there's a little bit of a delay. So, it might impact their preparation for that game as well. But yeah, I kind of just wanted an excuse to make my decision on either him or Taylor. But I could end up not starting both and making a -4 in defense. Cool. So, who have we got? John, Paul, Brian, good morning, Irish, Harry, Alexander, Kimmy, Luke, Rohit, Archie, Lucas, Varon, good morning, all the members as well that are in the stream this morning. Harry, anything, Thomas, Prazim, Annabelle, Brad, Wanted, Goldstones, Jimmy, Joe, Thomas, Lucas, Mohammed, Sam, Ford, Earl, BP, Dale, Callum, Flames, Andreas, Donna, FX, Andreas, Jordan, good morning to all the members and those in moderating as well. Thank you very much. Will, Binang, Brucey, Alan, David, KFL, Emmanuel, Paran, Big Frankfurter, Dando, Brian, JR, and everyone else in this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I've got a few things to decide on my team this morning. I've got to decide captaincy, which I feel like we should do a poll for. I'm so 50-50 on the captaincy this week. Yeah. Salah versus Haaland, basically, for me. Some of you might want Saka, but I don't think I'll be going on Saka. I will be buying Saka. I will be buying Saka this week, but I will not be captaining him, that is for sure. So just to reiterate in terms of my transfers for this week. In terms of my transfers this week, I'm going to be selling Diaby to Palmer. There's just been no price rises this week to force me to do it early. Then at the moment, I'm pretty certain I'm going to do Palmer to Saka as my second one. Unless we get Bowen to Saka. Unless we get news on Bowen. But I don't think we're going to get it. And just with Watkins being flagged as well, I don't want to go into the game week with 2 flagged players. Despite me thinking Watkins will play, I'm not certain on Bowen at all. That leaves me 1.5 million in the bank, and it's just if I want to fix my defense at all this week with a hit. Because I have enough money to do basically any of my defenders to Saliba. So I could do Cash to Saliba. I could even do Livramento to Saliba. What's really annoying is I wanted to do this. I'm 0.1 short of Porro next week if I sell Livramento and I sell Cash. Which is very, very annoying. Because I feel like that team starts to look really strong again. Like, that defense is really nice. But, yeah, is what it is. I'll be 0.1 short. I should have made the move earlier in the week for Saka, but beggars can't be choosers. Garnacho. Garnacho is a really decent, cheap option, 4.7. He's a similar price to Lo Celso now. But I think he'll get a run of starts in that Manchester United team. Just when they play 3 times a week, will he play every single week? I don't quite know. But yeah, I like him as a punt. Lo Celso I also like if you need a cheap option. But Can I cough? Sure. Sorry if my voice was annoying you. Sorry. Watkins to Darwin. I'm only going to sell Watkins if I get confirmation that he's not going to be able to play. That's the only reason I'm going to sell Watkins. Why don't I do Raya instead of Saliba? Like I could. Like Areola to, or like Turner to Raya. At least me 4.5 for a defender. Like, I could go Colwill. But I'm just not certain that Colwill's nailed. After Cucurella has been playing recently. But that does work, actually. I have exact money in the bank. It's an extra transfer, though. But yeah. I mean, I don't need to decide it this week, right? Because yeah. I mean, I might have to, but I do quite like that. Porro, Spurs without Porro is, he looks really, Spurs without Maddison makes Porro a really, really nice option. Why don't I do Ryan instead of Saliba? Yeah. Should I do Archer to Darwin from -4? I don't know who you're benching. If it means, like, if you've got a Bowen and you don't want to play Bowen, then yeah, I quite like that. I quite like that. What are my thoughts on Cunha? Could be a third forward option. He does look quite good, and he's quite cheap, isn't he? He does look very involved at 5.5. So yes, I don't hate him as an option. I don't think he'll set the world alight, but the fixtures are not bad for them over the Christmas period, and he should get a lot of minutes. Of course, they don't have Europe or the Cup, so. Any updates on Kudus? No, he was ill. So if a player's ill on Thursday, the chances are they'll be okay by Sunday, but we don't know. Look at the poll. It's exactly equal. Wow. Yeah. Poll's not helping much. I want to tweet that. Oh, it's no. You started voting Salah. Now the poll's not equal. Now I can't take the screenshot. Oh, it's close. We need more Haaland votes. No. No, we need Haaland votes. No, it's close. No. It's going up on Salah again. No. Oh, it's close again. No. Ah. Oh, Salah's going up even more now. Cucurella is suspended. Yeah, so Colwill will play this weekend, but I don't want to buy Colwill if he's not going to play every week, which I'm not certain he will. I think he should. I think he's our best. I think he's in our best centre-back pairing, and in theory at the moment our best left-back while Chaël is out, and you could argue he's better than Chaël as well. So, yeah. Buy Haaland for a -4, probably. Will Turner play? No, Turner won't play. So it will be like Areola in goal. I just hate Areola, and I don't want to see him in my starting lineup. News on Watkins. We have nothing left. Cash is last on my bench. I don't think he's going to start. Basically, every Villa predicted lineup I see doesn't have Cash in it. He's on 4 yellow cards. He played Thursday evening. Son to Gordon for a -4. Son to Gordon for a -4. No. Definitely not. Don't sell Son for a hit. Why do I want to replace Livramento? I mean, the fact that I don't know he's going to play every week. Like, he didn't start against Bournemouth. He came on at half-time. Let's see what happens this weekend. But I just have no confidence now that he's going to play every week. Maybe I should have seen that, but why not get Porro for Cash and then Raya for Areola? Yeah, I can do that next week. I can do that. Will Kabore start? He is back. News on Watkins. We don't have anything on Watkins yet. We are hoping some, but we don't know. So, I suppose it's worth covering on team news, right? So, last week, there was a source that said, of course, Alvarez was not going to play. Apparently, Grealish was meant to start that game. He ended up being ill close to the start of the match, and they dropped him from the squad completely, and Alvarez took his place in the lineup. So, in theory, the source wasn't wrong, but in hindsight, Alvarez did start. Now, on the stream, we put the source up, and I said that I would bench Alvarez. Now, he blanked as a result, so in terms of your FPL points, there's not much in there. But there is a risk that comes here with sharing any team news that, in theory, it could be wrong, right? It leaves me with two choices on what to do. I can continue sharing what I want and as reliable information that I think as possible, but there is always going to be a risk that something's wrong. There's always going to be a risk that there's something wrong. Or I can just not share anything at all and we just don't take the risk that it is wrong, and then we just don't play with early team news. So there is always that. Thank you all last week. Like, I was very worried about Alvarez doing something and it impacting like your teams, and it didn't. But yeah, it's something that we've got to bear in mind. We've got to bear in mind going forward that we have had an issue. Do I think there's a chance White will start for Arsenal? I expect him to start one of the next two. I don't think he'll start the both. Am I leaving your transfers late? Yeah, your last video you said you were doing Derby and Bowen to Palmer and Saka. I think I'll do the same, but I'm not certain on it. Bench 2, Mitchell, Cash, Bulldog, Lascelles. I'd play Bulldog. I'd probably play Bulldog and Lascelles. I don't think Palace keep a clean sheet this week either. Is one bench spot enough with Cash and Watkins on -4 for Trippier? I think Watkins will start. I'm guessing, though. Areola, Turner, Diaby. You did Mbeumo in for Bowen. Anything -4. Cash on your bench. If Cash is benched, then I think your team looks fine. The only one is Diaby. Who are you missing in your midfield? Son. So the only one is Diaby, but I think he might start this week. And Elvin, you have 4.1 in the bank. What should I do? Should I do Gordon to Saka or Cash to Sleeper for a hit? As much as I would want Saka this week, I think Cash is a bigger issue. So I'd probably fix the bigger issue in your team first. Should I kick Watkins and Bowen if they don't play this weekend? I mean, if they don't play this weekend, the chances are they will play midweek. So you just have to take every week as they come. Just because a player misses out one game doesn't make them a bad option for the following week. So I wouldn't necessarily do it straight away, but I'm worried about Bowen. I don't want to be taking Bowen into this week. Okay, you've done cash out Saliba in. I think it's a very popular transfer this week. Sorry, the chat is just flying already. So let me just, so I can actually get to more messages. Cash to Saliba for free. Anyone asking about that move? I have absolutely nothing to say that I wouldn't do it. So yes. Kudu's fit. We don't know. He was ill, but we are expecting him to be fine. 5,000, you man. Thank you for the super chat. Bench one of Palmer, Gordon, Douglas Luiz. Douglas Luiz, definitely. Play Palmer and Gordon. Thoughts on Van Dijk? Yeah, I don't hate Van Dijk. He's just... How much is he? What? Where is he? All players. Liverpool. Maybe I can't. Oh, he's Virgil. Brilliant. Oh, he's 6.1. It's a little bit too much. Like, I probably wouldn't spend that on him, given that I'd buy Saliba for less, given you buy every Arsenal defender for less. Hi, Jackson and Jacob. How are you doing? Happy Saturday. Am I keeping a hold of Son? I am, because I need to sell Bowen. If Bowen was fit, like confirmed, then I might sell Son, but I just don't know. And the issue with it is, yeah, like I can't just keep carrying Bowen when I don't know. I want to keep Bowen, but I have no information whether he's going to play or not, and I can't when they play, like Sunday, Thursday, Sunday. He could easily, like, if you miss one, you can easily miss the next because they're so close together. So, and I need to sell Son when I want to buy Trippier back. That is basically it. Son goes when I want Trippier, and Trippier is on 4 yellow cards. So if there's a chance that... So, yeah, like I'm not realistic in the want Trippier until 17 at the earliest. So I'm just not wanting to take the risk on Bowen. And because I have Watkins as well, who I plan on keeping, I don't really want to carry 2 injured players into my lineup going into this weekend. I don't want to carry 2 players who are a doubt into my lineup this weekend. Sell Watkins or Burn. You have Taylor on the bench. I'd sell Burn. I'm going to keep Watkins. Do I think there is a chance Saka could outscore Salah or Haaland? Not. I don't think he's a minute's risk, but I don't think he'll outscore them. I do think he'll start, but his goal threat has not been amazing recently, so I wouldn't captain him based on that. Is it worth bringing in Palmer in for a dinger for a -4? I mean, the chances are you'll want to do this transfer in next week anyway, so I probably would do it. I haven't made any transfers so far. I wish I had. I wish I went to Saka earlier in the week, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Kudu's playing. Kudu is ill, so we hope he'll be back. Do I think Luka Dean will start? I wouldn't buy Luka Dean. Moreno looked really good on Thursday. It's his first start as well. So when they play 3 times in a week, I think Moreno will start at least one of them. So if you've got him, then maybe I'd play Dean, but I definitely wouldn't be buying him. Based on upcoming games, isn't Watkins, Alf, Isaac, or Darwin a good swap? So part of it, game week 18, Watkins has Sheffield United at home. I do want him. He's also the second best striker in FPL, and he will remain that in my eyes until, I don't know, I don't think anything will change that. I think he's just a long-term hold, and I've just got much more in my team to fix. If I could do Watkins to Darwin for free, would I do it? Still probably not, unless we knew that he wasn't going to play. The next 2 are at home, right? And Villa scores so many goals at home, no matter who they're playing. 4 against Everton. 3 against Palace. 6 against Brighton. 4 against West Ham. 3 against Luton. 3 against Fulham. Yes, it's City and Arsenal, but they score goals at home. Christoph-Fari. If Watkins is not playing, you reckon Darwin outscores him in the next 3 game weeks, but a fair... Yes. If we get told that Watkins is not going to start, I will sell him. Oh, I've got I've just realised that the Cole Palmer in the graphic. Thank you for texting me. Cole Palmer in the graphic. It still says he plays for City. Still listed as a City player. I can't fix that during the stream, but it's listing him as a Man City player. And yes, Cole Palmer is in my captaincy ranking this week. So is anyone saying they will know? So Oscar has said, I'm pretty sure I'll know tomorrow if Watkins starts from a Villa in the know will share pre-deadline. They want to wait until the final training session. So when I doubt that's going to tell us, but it's going to tell us if he trains, and if he trains, then I think it's worthwhile. I'm going to keep him unless I get told that he doesn't train, basically. Linfard, thank you for joining as a base tier member. Welcome. Thank you all for the kind messages. And yeah, 1 week left until FPL is full time, and I've got more content planned. I can't really do much more over Christmas because I've already got so much to do. But from next year, there'll be lots, and the members only content is going to go up as well. There's going to be lots more for all of you as well, and on Twitter, Instagram, the lot. Why not start Taylor? Because Burnley are rubbish, effectively. They have no clean sheets this season. They have 4 points. Sheffield United are a better team than... I think Burnley are the worst team in the league. I just don't... yeah. I'd rather play Livramento, who's actually from a very decent defence. Like, they only conceded 0.5 XG against Chelsea, and... yeah, I'm definitely playing Livramento. If he gets benched again, then fine, so be it, but... One free transfer was more important, Bowen out for Gordon or cash out for Saliba? Ooh. I mean, cash out probably. Dave, thank you for upgrading your membership. You legend. Thank you very much. Drop me a message. I'll get you added to the additional WhatsApps. Don't forget to change your keeper. I mean, I might just start Turner. I just don't want Areola in my goal. I don't want him anymore. I've had enough of Areola. If anyone's just watching that's enjoying owning Areola, I want to make a goalkeeper transfer. I just don't know whether it's going to be Sanchez or it's going to be Raya. Because the Chelsea fixtures are nice. Like, I could do Turner to Sanchez. I wish he was going to drop in price. 4.5 Sanchez would be amazing. Let me get FPL statistics up so I can show you the price changes. So many adverts on this side. Nah, I mean, he's not going to drop. But he's not going to rise. So, like, if I just put forward my future moves. Bowen to Saka. And Diaby to Palmer. Leaves me 0.9 in the bank. Which basically will give me cash to... I mean, I might want Porro over... For the short term, because if I'm not buying Arsenal defence this week, then it is Luton, Villa, Brighton, Liverpool. Like, Luton definitely is clean sheet possibility, but then it is Villa, Brighton, Liverpool. I could think about a second one from game week 19, whereas Porro from next week, whereas West Ham, Newcastle, Forest, Everton. So for me, that's probably a better transfer in next week. If I'm buying this week, I want to buy a double Arsenal, but next week I'll probably buy Porro. It leaves me 0.5 in the bank, which, I mean, I can upgrade Livramento to... I don't really know. I really wanted Pinnock, but they blank. I did want Pinnock, but they blank. So I don't really know, but yeah. I mean, I might end up keeping him because then I do Son and Livramento to Trippier. And then it leaves me 7.2. I mean, I won't ever be able to get Bowen back, but it is what it is. Sterling. Like, I could get Sterling for that run. Double up on Chelsea mids for that run. Could work. Give me triple Chelsea. It feels a bit much. Even as a Chelsea fan, it feels like a little bit of a push. But I think I'll probably do 2 transfers this week. Oh, can you hear the bird? It's outside. I mean, I can't do much about it. So really, really good question from John in the chat. I know I've missed some super chat, but I will get to them in a moment. Am I worried about losing out on team value by making late transfers and holding the likes of Bowen? Yes, and that is also part of the reason I want to sell Bowen this week. I've had enough of having to wait on team news and it negatively impacted my squad, not only because I'm holding an injured player, but I also don't want to make early transfers because I need to wait for press conference news on the likes of Bowen. So I've had enough of it. I just want to be able to make, like this week, if I didn't have Bowen, I would have brought Saka before the price rise. I would have considered Saliba before the price rises, but I haven't been able to do it. I think he's massively impacted me over the past few weeks. So yes, I am ready to sell him. Cash, Udogi, Taylor. Who do I play? I play Taylor. -4, Watkins and Adingra out to Wiese and Morgan Gibbs White or Darwin and Alanga. I mean, I quite like Alanga. You could also go, I'd probably go the Darwin route, but I'm not sure is Watkins can't you just do Adingra to Alanga for free? Like, do you need to do Watkins? I wouldn't do Watkins to Darwin for a hit. So yeah. Is Newcastle United postponed? No. No. You're going to sell Bowen. Yeah, I'm going to sell him as well. So that's probably my transfer plans. Sonaldo, how are we doing? Buy, hold, or sell Bowen. Well, definitely don't buy him. I'd probably sell him. I'm going to sell him this week. If we get confirmation that Bowen is training today, will I keep? I mean, that's a good question. I haven't really planned for that scenario. Hi, Mitch. How we doing? Happy Saturday. Will Kudu start? I imagine so, but I don't know. Play Taylor or use a free transfer for Gabriel. You have Saliba already. You know it's hard to say. It's all dependent. I'd probably use the second transfer. Why Livramento over Cash? I don't think Cash will start. I mean, I don't know, but I am guessing on it. Gordon to Mbermo. Updates. Gordon to Mbermo for free only. Updates on Watkins. We have none yet. What about Trossard? I just don't know how assured of his minutes we are still. When they play 3 times a week, I just don't think he's going to play all 3. So I probably wouldn't do it. Am I planning to free hit game week 18? No, I'm not. Sorry, 2 secs. Mitch, if you're watching, I sent you a text. Bowen to Saka, Watkins to Darwin. Bowen to Saka, Watkins to Darwin. No hits, or is Bowen to Mbermo essential? I don't think Bowen Mbermo is essential. I don't think Mbermo is essential, but I do think he's a really good option. So I probably would buy him. What am I doing, Harry, this week? I think it'll be Bowen and Diaby out to Saka and Palmer. It's dull, I know, but... Son out this week. I'm going to keep him because I have to sell Bowen. When am I making subs? I'll just make them close to the deadline. There's no need to rush it. Again, like there's nothing between now and the deadline that will mean that waiting is a bad idea. Do I start Porro or sell Cash? And who to get? You have Gabriel and 2 other Arsenal, please. I mean, I don't know how much money you have, but I'd probably come down from Porro. I'd probably come down from Cash if you've already got Porro and triple Arsenal. I'd probably come down from him. Which 2 would I play from Diaby, Alvarez? So definitely start Son, and then it's Diaby versus Alvarez. That's pretty close. I'd probably play Alvarez. I think there'll be goals in that game. Start Cash or Anderson. Cash or Anderson. I mean, you could take the chance on Cash. I am predicting that he's not going to play. I don't know. He's just not in any of the Villa predicted lineups. So, in that case, I play Anderson. You could chance on Cash. Maybe he doesn't come on. It is a better fixture for him. Am I putting much faith in Son? No, but I don't hate it. I never said he's a bad asset. I just said he's a worse asset than he was before. And I think my squad is stronger when I sell him. However, I have to sell Bowen this week. I can't carry Bowen anymore. Harry, would I keep Hwang for the next fixtures and play him against Arsenal? I quite like Hwang. He's also on penalties now as well, which is a real boost to him. If he's on penalties with Burnley and Forest at home in the next 3, yeah, I'd definitely like him as an option. Azraf, thank you very much for coming a mid-tier member. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I quite like Hwang-Chan. Added boost of penalties as well. I haven't decided on captaincy. I think I'll probably end up on Haaland, to be honest. Tonali to Hwang was crazy. I mean, you owned Tonali in the first place, so it was obviously going to be a good upgrade transfer. But yeah, he's been really good. Am I keeping Bowen and Watkins? I'll probably keep Watkins, but not Bowen. I'll probably keep Watkins, but not Bowen. Bowen, 14 points incoming. I mean, sounds about right. Palace are a pretty good defensive side. 2 seconds. If Kevin was, his season would have been good. Shame. Bowen to 4.3 to mid and Archer to Isaac. I don't hate it. Do you have to go for a 4.3 though? Because I don't think that is a great option. It doesn't hopefully. Don't think it. Yeah, it's massively good. Bowen to Saka, just do it now. I'm gonna do it, but I'm just gonna. There's no point rushing it. There's no point rushing it now. I may as well wait to close the deadline. Haaland captain is going to be so bad. As in, bad for people who don't do it or bad for me doing it? Captaincy is so tough, but we know Ange doesn't give a damn. No way he's changing his play style. Yeah. It's really close. If it was a fully fit Spurs squad, if Romero and Van der Ven were fit, I'd captain Salah. Lion, no. Sorry, have I missed your question? Let me find it. Would I take a -8 to go Bowen and Trippier to Salah and Saliba? You have Taylor and Powell on my bench. I mean, I don't really. I mean, probably though, because Bowen needs to go, and if Trippier gets you to Saka, then yes, but I don't love it. Stop moving, you can see my screen. Look, it flicks. Sorry, I have the chat like popped out on a separate like tab, so I have to scroll to get it. Do we know if Watkins is starting? We don't. We don't know on Watkins yet. Start Aina or Livramento. If I had Aina, I'd play him over Livramento. Yeah. What's wrong with Cash? What's happened to Cash? I just don't think he'll start this weekend. He played on Thursday. He's got 4 yellow cards, and then they play Manchester City and Arsenal after this game. So I'm just not certain that he's going to start this one. So Alvarez, keep or sell. I mean, sell if it's for free, but I think there'll be goals in this game actually. So I wouldn't rush to do it. Bowen to Saka for a hit. I mean, I'm not expecting Bowen to play, so I probably would. Do I think Ange play a high line? I mean, he doesn't seem to want to do anything differently. Do I cover early team news? If there's anything that I think's like reliable enough, I will share it. Of course, it is like I can't guarantee that anything I share is 100%. Heading to bed now. Can I ask one question? I'm so tired. I appreciate your channel. Of course, Brandon. Everyone put your questions in. There are so many. Lake District or Peak District? Lakes. Some of you are referencing a tweet on Twitter that says Watkins was training. It's from an account that I have blocked. That doesn't mean he didn't train. It just means the account that is tweeting it isn't reliable for either yes or no. So I wouldn't believe it. How am I doing, Harry? Wondering if you have any transfer plans. Just Bowen to Saka and Diaby to Parma. That Brighton team is full of injuries at the moment. That team is full of injuries at the moment. 3,300 of you in here and only 400 likes. If you haven't liked the stream or you haven't subscribed as already, that would be massively appreciated. The free way to completely support the channel. Oh yeah, there's a picture someone posted of him in training, but it's with Gerrard. Like, it's just an old photo. They do it every week with players who are injured. Is Harvey Barnes close to return? I mean, we think so, but we don't know. But I don't think it impacts Gordon. I think Gordon just stays in the team. Cash to Lascelles or Bowen to Gordon Palmer. I think Bowen to Gordon Palmer has probably got more upside this week based on the fixture for Lascelles. Don't think it's worth. I think the other transfer is better, but I don't know on Bowen. Like if Bowen ends up playing, then of course he's a keep, but we just don't know, and I just don't want to take the risk, especially with Watkins. Yeah, and the classic, he hasn't travelled and then puts the other ground. So like Villa are away and he hasn't travelled to Villa Park. Well, of course he hasn't because that's not where they're playing. Need a differential captain. Is Burmo a good option? Yes, it is a great fixture for him, so I don't hate it. But I don't think this is the week for differential captains, to be honest. Start Costas or Livramento. Definitely Costas. Definitely Simicast. If you got Simicast this week, I wouldn't be benching him. Oh, sorry. I hit my mic. Would I do Diaby to Palmer for a hit? No. Why is Cash benched? I just don't think he's going to start against Bournemouth. Cash is on 4 yellow cards. He played Thursday night, and then he has Manchester City and Arsenal in the next 2. What about buying Alvarez? I don't think I'd buy Alvarez. There are cheaper strikers that I'd buy instead of him. If I was buying a striker, I'd buy Solanke before I bought Alvarez now. VJ, thank you for the super chat. Gordon to Palmer. Gordon or Palmer. I still buy Palmer before Gordon now, I think. Just based on that Chelsea fixture round coming up. Start Adingra or Taylor. Probably Adingra. I don't back the Burnley defence, so I'd probably just favour the attacker, but... Isaac or Solanke. I mean, I'd probably buy Solanke. I just love the 90 minutes, but it depends how you feel about Isaac's minutes. But I just think he misses some over Christmas, which I don't think Solanke does. If Watkins is out, am I bringing in Darwin? I'm pretty sure I'll go to Darwin. I could go to Solanke because I do really like him, and it will massively facilitate other moves. If I go like Solanke here instead of Darwin, saves me $1 million. Oh, I've got all my other transfers in here. Hang on. If I did Watkins to Solanke, this is part of the reason that, like, I then could just do Diaby to Saka, and then I could keep Bowen. Leaves me 1.1 in the bank. I do want Palmer, though, so Bowen to Palmer. But then look how much money I've got in the bank. 3.2 in the bank. And then I can just do, like, Livramento to Trippier and still leave enough to do Cash to Porro. So I do like what Solanke offers me, so I might end up going there if Watkins doesn't start, but I think Watkins will play. I do think Watkins will play. Start Archer or Hwang Yi-chan. Definitely Hwang Yi-chan. Even though it's away at Arsenal, I'd probably play him. He's on penalties, right? So does Bowen start? Bowen, Watkins, like we don't know. I don't know anything more than everyone else on Watkins and Bowen. My prediction is Bowen no, Watkins yes in terms of starting, but I am guessing. Would I do Bowen and Cash and Burma and Trippier for -4 this week? The issue with mine Trippier is he's on 4 yellows and he plays United and Spurs in the next 3. So I'm not necessarily sure this is the right week to buy him. Is there another defender that you prefer? If not, just go for him. And if he gets suspended, he gets suspended. But Is Livramento nailed? No, but he was so good midweek. I think he'll probably play this and miss Everton. Tell us about Watkins. I don't know. Should I do Bowen to Saka or Son to Salah? Oh, I really would consider both. Bowen and Son to Saka and Salah is definitely two moves that I'd want to do. Isaac or Darwin? If I was buying one, I would buy Darwin. That's just where I'm at. Even if I think he'll only start twice in the next week, but I would go with Darwin. I'd go Darwin over Isaac. Do I start Johnson or Areola? Already have Soufal, so a double up would be a killer. I mean, Palace are away. I probably would still go Areola. You've got to just take it A versus B. Bournemouth improving lately, definitely. Part of me wants Watkins to be out. It's a nice transfer. And it helps a lot with future moves. My starting with Watkins, yes. Unless I get told that he doesn't start, then... I'm keeping him. I just don't know on Colwill. I'm just not certain. FC, sorry if I missed it. Let me find it. I'd quite like him to be out. It makes it... Watkins to Darwin enable Bowen to Saka from -8. Wait on Watkins, but I get that as a move. I do get it. So maybe, yes. Ferguson and Alvarez to Darwin or Diaby to Palmer. Diaby to Palmer is less of a priority this week. I'd probably go Ferguson to Alvarez if you can. You feel awful saying that because I don't... Yeah, of course we don't wish an injury, but from an FPL point of view, it would change things up a little bit because there are 3 forwards that people would go to. Or maybe I'd be boring and buy Solanke. I need an excuse to buy Solanke again. I need it. Bowen to Gibbs White. Gibbs White's an interesting one. The fixtures are nice. He has not been great so far this season for FPL returns. If it was ever a day for early leagues, it is today. We all need it. I know. But all the games we need it. We all need it, but all the games we want are tomorrow. So Højlund to Nunes, yeah, I'd sell Højlund. Cheers for the help, no worries. Would I do a Dinger to Palmer for a hit? You've already took a -4 this game week. I think it's a transfer you probably want to do. So as much as you might hate it this week, I probably would. I mentioned Palmer a lot. It's true because he's just cheaper. I do like Gordon, and he's just 0.6 more. And just with the Chelsea fixtures, I mean the fixtures here are really nice as well. Like Fulham at home, Forest at home. He is much better at home than he is away. Like home to Arsenal, home to Chelsea, but away to Bournemouth, he blanks. Away to Wolves, he blanks. Home to Palace, he scores. Home to Burnley, okay, Sheffield United, they scored 8. But home to Brentford, like away, like he's done well at home. 2 of the next 3 are away. Is the only thing on Gordon. His home record is crazy good this season, though. It's just his away form stopping him being better than he is. Is it crazy to captain Nunes? Yes, I would advise that it's crazy to captain Darwin. I would advise it's crazy to captain Darwin. Yes. I think I'm not going to take a hit this week, as much as I think my defense needs sorting. The hit will be Watkins to Solanke if we hear it. If we hear that Watkins is out. I'm going to do it over Darwin. Villa, Palace, United, Luton, Forest, Fulham over the Christmas period. Don't mind that at all. What was his data was really good. Like, even he didn't return in this game. Like 0.8x. Oh no, 0.65 XGI is still pretty decent for him. This might be the most boring transfer, the most like FPL Harry transfer I feel like I've ever made. If Watkins is out and everyone's buying Darwin and Isaac and I end up with Dom Solanke, I just think it helps the squad. I think it just helps the squad. Would I start Palmer ahead of Watkins, given the uncertainty over Watkins starting? Is there not someone else you could bench? If so, then maybe I would, but I'd want to start both of them, to be honest. Your midfield is Palmer, Saka, Salah, and Bowen with naught in the bank. Who would I swap Bowen to? I mean, you could just go Kudus. You could go Gordon. One of those two. Why bench Cash? So still, I'm not on Cash, right? On Watkins, we don't know anything. I'm hopeful that he might play, but I don't know anything. Like anything concrete at all. Bowen, we have no idea, so I'm not sure he'll play. And I'm benching Cash because I'm not sure he's going to start. He played Thursday, he's on 4 yellow cards, and then they play Man City, Arsenal, and he's also not in any of the Villa predicted lineups for this week. That's where we're at with those three. Diaby also has a risk. Start Mitoma or Archer? Probably Mitoma. So right, an hour before the deadline, we're going to stick it in subscriber only mode. You literally have to subscribe for 1 second to be able to use the chat. Would I do Bowen and Cash and Burma and Trippier for a hit? Oh, your messages might not show up on the chat because the chat on the screen often breaks. Let me refresh it, see if it makes it any better. Those asking, I really do like Hwang. Would I buy Hwang or Gordon though? Probably Gordon over Hwang, but it's pretty close. Palmer is a Chelsea player. I know. I can't change it until after the stream. Let me change the update. So this hot topic one, let's make that longer to start with. I'm going to put the updates and the players in that top corner because there's a lot of questions about them. cool. There we go. Start 1. Maguire, Taylor, Lascelles, Archer. Probably Lascelles. Probably Lascelles. What was is the captaincy poll still going? Yeah. 51 of you are captaining Salah. 51% even. 45% are captaining Haaland. It's pretty close. Both are going to be over 100%. So you basically, if you own both of them, you want the one you don't captain to blank this week. Porro in. I don't want to buy Porro this week, but he's a great buy from next week. Yeah, basically we're going to want both of them to blank. One of them to blank, whoever you don't captain. Which is a bit crazy, but yeah. Lascelles or Livramento. Don't buy Livramento. Please don't join me. All who ask -4 worth it or not, just do it. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of hits flying around this week. There's a lot of hits flying around this week. So, David, yeah, I probably would start Palmer. I suppose the other thing on Watkins to Solanke is that if Watkins is out, it makes Villa weaker, which makes Bournemouth better, which makes Solanke a better pick. Or am I creating an absolute narrative there? Maybe I'm creating an absolute narrative. Saka or Mbeumo vice captain. I mean, I think I've got Saka higher up in my... Maybe I should have Mbeumo in my captaincy ranking. Maybe that's who I'm missing. That's not the right one. This one. 1 hour to go. DCL and Bowen to Solanke and Sterling for a -4. DCL and Bowen to Solanke and Sterling. DCL and Bowen to Solanke and Sterling for -4. Sterling's a really interesting differential. I don't hate it at all. Should get a decent amount of minutes over Christmas as well. Dara, how are we doing? Would I do Bowen and Cash to Mbeumo and Trippier for a -4? I mean, probably. Out of interest, those of you who have Watkins, who are you going to buy if he's out? I imagine it's going to be a lot of Darwin. It's going to be a lot of Isaac. There might be a few others in there. But I'm interested to know who you'll buy if he's out. Who would you buy? Probably Darwin, Isaac. Risa's an interesting one. Nunez. Jesus is also an interesting shout. Darwin, Gabriel Jesus. Højlund. Surely not Højlund. Darwin, Isaac. Solanke, Darwin. Couple of Solankes. Nkunku and bench. Interesting. I'm not sure I'd take the gamble on Nkunku yet. A lot of... Probably Darwin's probably top. Morris. It's not the worst shout. He loves a return. He's just ticking along really nicely at the moment. You're just benching him. Staying. Haaland and Palmer in for Watkins and Derby for -8. I would. If you don't have Haaland and you could do those two moves, I probably would. Captaining Solanke, I wouldn't do. Don't like the idea of Isaac, so I'm holding. You've already got 3 pool already. Fair enough. News on Sufal. We didn't really get any. Let me check my predicted lineup thread to see if we put him in there. I can't remember. He is in our predicted West Ham lineup. I think I'll end up keeping Watkins, but I do like Solanke. Diaby and Watkins to Solanke and Saka. I mean, if it's the only way to free up money to get Saka, I don't hate it, but I do think Watkins will be okay. Apparently, Focal has just said in his stream that he's still hoping to get an update before the deadline. But yeah. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Why does everyone ignore Gabriel Jesus? To be fair, he's only just come back from injury, but he looked so good midweek. The whole Arsenal team looked so good midweek. And the fixtures are nice. But like he's only just come back. So yeah, I like him, but I don't think he's in my top 3 forwards to buy. Don't think he's in my top 3 forwards to buy. Oh. How do I think Son will do against City? I think he's fine for that fixture. And then it's West Ham at home, right? And we know from Areola owners that they can't do anything. Like, this run is not bad. So I'll sell him if I need money, but I won't sell him unless that's the case. Like, I'm not just... The player I replace Son with, I don't think will outscore Son. But I think my squad might be stronger as a result if I sell him. But until I need Trippier, then I won't sell him, basically. And I don't think I need Trippier over the next 3. Because he's 1 yellow away from suspension. So given that their fixtures coming up are not like amazing, like United, Spurs, and West Ham or Everton in the next 3. United, Everton, Spurs is fine. Salah is just winning the poll. He is. Aaron, probably sell Alvarez. Is -8 for Nunes, Salah, and Burma worth it? I mean, I don't know who you're selling. Zinchenko, no. I mean, Arsenal's not a team we massively get team news for before the deadline anyway. Zinchenko he's a good pick, and I do think he'll start today, but he is just an issue. He's someone I'd be concerned with going forward, basically. It's someone I'd be concerned with going forward. Wisa is your punt this game week. Yeah, Wisa's an interesting one. He was so good at the start of the season, but yeah, I don't know. I'd probably buy him. What's his price? He must have dropped in price, right? 5.9 now. Well, I get it. The fixtures are not bad, but I wouldn't want him over in Burmo. And if you're going for both, the game with 18 blank looks a bit difficult. Those looking for Cash, Watkins, Bowen updates, I have it in my hot topics little thing that's coming around in about 20 seconds in the top corner. So yes, there are Bowen, Watkins, and Cash updates for you all in there if you want them. Why? Is there really a risk Diaby might not play? Focal is starting Watkins. He's saying it's a late fitness test. I mean, I wanted something concrete either way. Training was inconclusive. Right. Well, that is the least helpful thing I wanted to. Oh, yeah. That is the last thing I wanted. Inconclusive news. I really want him. I really want Solanke now. Part of me really wants Solanke now. Voice crack. Yep. Didn't know if anyone would notice. Nothing on Bowen. That's just the last thing I wanted on Solanke. I'm trying to see. Here we go. He tweeted. Yeah. Why do they do this to us? Top 5 defenders to buy. I mean, Arsenal. So Saliba, Gabriel, Trippier, Porro, Simicast, or something like that. Yeah, it's true. How is training inconclusive? Like, either he trained or he trained and it was bad. Like, if he trained and he was fine, if he trained and there was any sort of issue, then surely that makes him a doubt. Whereas if he trained and there wasn't an issue, then surely that makes him fine. How is training inconclusive? I'm not saying that Oscar's source is wrong, but, like, what does that mean? How is that possible? How is training inconclusive on someone being able to play football or not? Either he played or he didn't. Am I missing something? Sounds clickbaity. I don't think Oscar would do that. So no, I think he's told us what he knows. No, he's not. Maybe he didn't feel 100%. If he didn't feel 100%, then that's not good. I don't know. The game's tomorrow. Just give me an excuse to buy Solanke, please. It's all I want. Watkins to Solanke for a -4 is all I want. All I want. Just give me an excuse. You think Haaland is better captain than Salah this week? It's so close. If it was a fully fit Spurs side, then no. But just without the others that they've got, like no Romero, no Van de Ven, just screams chances for Haaland. City could feast. That's just my thought. If it was a fully fit Spurs squad, I'd captain Salah, no doubt. But right now, I just don't think I can do that. And that completes a Dom Solanke hat-trick. Kudus out. I'd expect Kudus to play, but he was just ill. So, like, it just depends how long he's going to be ill for. But I'm hoping that he would be okay. There's no source saying Cash being benched is not to do with how he played last game, although he was pretty rubbish. It's more that he played Thursday, he's on 4 yellow cards, and then plays Man City. And then he plays Man City on Wednesday, and then they play Arsenal again. It's just so much going on with him that I just think I just have a doubt about whether he's going to start or not. Plus, Bournemouth are a good side, so Villa aren't keeping clean sheets to save their life at the moment, and especially away from home. So I don't necessarily see massive returns from him there anyway. And he'll be sold next week. I'll probably do cash to Porro next week. I don't think Porro's anywhere near rising, but he might next week when they've got West Ham. No. What about Diaby? I mean, Diaby starts midweek, but he doesn't have that yellow card risk, so I'd expect Diaby's more likely to start, but I'm just not. What transfers am I planning? I've got Watkins to Solanke in my head. I think it's probably a bad idea, but it just really allows some big moves over the next few weeks. Because like next week, right? Next week I do like cash to Porro, right? Fine, I do that. Yeah, still leaves me 2.8 in the bank. Then, like the following week, I can just do Livramento to Trips. But I think I'll end up getting Nkunku. I just worry that Chelsea might be cautious with him with the amount of games we've got. So I probably won't go to Nkunku. I mean, yeah. Like, it just allows a lot. Like, it gives me a defense of Gabriel, Porro, Simicast, like Trippier. That feels really strong to me. It does mean that I can't upgrade Areola to Sanchez, though. But yeah. I'm just stuck with this man until, I don't know. I just hope, if Trippier dropped in price a couple of times, I need him to drop 3 times, to be fair, which is unlikely. But Trippier or Simicast to start. I mean, I probably would start Trippier. Areola stays to wildcard. I basically feel like I'm playing with 10 players every week. This defense is so bad. I have 1 goalkeeper return all season, and it wasn't even Areola. I think I got it from Turner. Who did I get it from? Or was it Pickford? Who got me a goalkeeper return? Oh, it's just so... Look at this. 3-6. It was Turner. What a guy. In a 0-0 draw against Palace. What an exciting... It was away from home as well. And then before that, it was just Pickford. I probably benched returns as well. Yep, 5 for Turner there. Bench that. Great. Game week 3. Bench 3 for Turner. Yep, good. Game week 2. It's just not gone well. I basically feel like I'm playing with 10 men every single week. So yeah, it's rough. I want to sell him. I do want an excuse. I wish Watkins was ruled out. Start Palmer or Alvarez. Probably Palmer. That Brighton defence, they're got so many injuries at the moment. We are close to 1,000 likes on the stream. So if you haven't liked and you haven't subscribed as well, we are going to try and hit a 90k subs by the end of the calendar year. So we have a month to get 1,700. So if you fancy helping the channel out, hit that subscribe button. This week is going to be crazy. We have a video Monday. No, start again. A video Sunday, a video Monday, a stream Tuesday, a video Wednesday, probably a video Thursday, and maybe a video Friday as well. So Tuesday is the only day that I probably won't have a video for you, and that is the deadline for the next game week where there'll be a stream. Then I'll probably have at least 4 videos out in the next week, because it's a midweek game week. It's also my last week of work next week. I appreciate all the love. Any news on Arsenal? We got nothing yet. Nah. Arsenal's not a team we normally get though. Any reason why not to captain Salah? I just think Haaland against that Spurs defense is can't believe people don't captain Salah versus Fulham. Just like, he's playing against, like, if they're going to play a high line with Haaland going in behind, with Emerson Royale and Ben Davies, or Ben Dyer in for one of those. Eric Dyer in for one of those. Back the attackers and get Darwin. Solanke's data. Let's have a look. Hang on. Can I do it like this? Stats. All players we want forwards. We want it by XGI total. He's right up there. He's played more minutes than Darwin, though. He's played every game, yeah. Whereas Darwin hasn't. He's missed games. So Darwin's XGI total is really good, to be fair. What about XG? Darwin, again, they're pretty similar. You're putting it on the wheel, yeah. But you're getting Solanke to improve your defense, back the attack. But Solanke's a good buy. And I have a great relationship with him. Plus, they play Palace next week. Of course, I've got injuries midweek. So, if I have both Bowen and Watkins, one free transfer with Taylor on the bench, would I do in both Palmer and Isaac? If not, I would sell Bowen and I would probably keep Watkins. I mean, there's a chance that I just sell Watkins anyway, but we have nothing on Arsenal, and Watkins, apparently training was inconclusive and they need a late fitness test. Like, I don't even know what these words mean anymore. You're the Wheeler spoken Haaland captain. That's good enough for me. If you're asking who to start, you've got no football knowledge. FPL is very different to football. It's like, I watch some players and I'm like, you make a great FPL asset, but you are not very good at football. It was like Simicast when I first bought him. I watched him and was like, you are great for FPL, but I also worry that you're going to get dropped because you're not very good. And actually, he's been pretty good recently. He was really good against Man City, and Klopp's spoken pretty highly of him. So I don't think he'll start all 3 of these, is the only thing. I don't think he'll start these 3 games in a week. But if I get 2 out of 3 from him, then maybe. Maybe. Right. I'm going to do these two. I think I'm going to just do these two. How long have we got? I mean, there's no point to do it now. We may as well wait a little bit more. You've gone Bowen to Burmo, and you can do a Dingle to Palmer. Is that fine? 2 great moves, I think. Why do I play Livramento over Taylor? Because Burnley, no offense to Burnley, but they stink. They haven't kept a clean sheet all season. They have 4 points. And Livramento might have a difficult fixture, but I'd still back him more. He's more attacking as well. I'm good, thank you for asking. Would I keep Burn if I hear that he was going to start? Yes. Because then I wouldn't even be taking a hit. I could do Solanke in for Watkins and Diaby to Saka and keep Bowen. But I'm not going to hear on Bowen. So I'm not going to do this. That leaves me 1.1 in the bank. But I'm not going to hear that. So unfortunately... I don't love the Palace defence anymore, I have to admit. I would probably be selling them. If you want to keep them and chance them against Bournemouth midweek, then potentially. But after that, their run is so bad. Yeah, let me show you. I mean, I posted it on Twitter being like, I don't think they keep a single clean sheet in this run. Like, I'd be surprised. Like, I think it's possible that they don't keep a clean sheet until this Sheffield United home game. I mean, they might get one somewhere, but I just don't see where it comes. Like, yeah. It's rough. But a lot of you might have more important transfers to make this week, which is fair. But I don't love that Palace defence. I was sceptical about it a few weeks ago, and they conceded to Everton and conceded to Luton, so... Yes, just trying to see if there's anything more. That's why I'm looking down at my phone. But no. Nothing really. Well, nothing at all. Start Bowen or Gordon. I mean, you could start Bowen, but no, Gordon's home record is probably... I wouldn't risk the Bowen 1-pointer off the bench. Is Luis Diaz or Doku a good option? I'd prefer Luis Diaz. I still am not... Doku over Christmas, just I don't love Doku over Christmas. What transfers will I be making? I'm pretty sure Diaby and Bowen are going to go, and Saka and Palmer are going to come in. I just feel like that sorts my midfield out. Yeah. Let's have a look. Hang on. In terms of forwards total points, he's 27 behind Watkins. But Watkins has had the easier fixtures probably. Like United... I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to convince myself that it's a good move, but I'm not sure it is. Watkins out for a -4 is feels crazy when you put it like that. It's crazy. Who's a bigger priority, Son and Burmo? Well, given that I considered selling Son this week, I mean, I'm one of the only people that probably did consider it. But yeah, Salah is winning the poll. Let me end that. Thank you very much for super chat. Cash, Udogi, Archer on the bench. Bowen to Gordon for a -4. Probably yes. Because you're probably going to want to sell Bowen at some point anyway now. There's too much risk there. Ben White will start. I don't know. Tomiyasu has been really good. I do expect Ben White to start one of the next two, but I don't know which of them it's going to be. He does deserve to come back in, though. He has been good for them. Cash to Lascelles or Bowen to Saka. Bowen to Saka, definitely. Lascelles doesn't have that much upside this week. Yeah. Think it's worth starting Ferguson or starting Ferguson over Watkins. If you've got Watkins, I'd probably start him. Yeah. You risked it and brought in Tomiyasu. I wouldn't be buying either Tomiyasu or Ben White, to be completely honest, but can understand Tomiyasu's value is really good, so. Why not wait one more week for Diaby? Because I like the Palmer against that Brighton defence. Yeah. Is Martinelli starting today? We don't know. We have nothing on Arsenal yet. Cash to Zinchenko for a -4 or just play Anderson. I'm not sure I'd be buying Zinchenko. I still think it's possible that Tomiyasu takes some minutes off him somewhere. I don't quite know where it is, but it would concern me enough. So I probably would wait a week and then potentially go Pedro Porro next week. Cash on Bruno for Salah and Berman Lascelles. For a -4, I don't hate it, actually. I think you're definitely upgrading there. Lascelles or Colwell. Cash is out. I don't predict Cash to start. Right. Is Cash starting? We don't know. We don't know. I'm just predicting that he's not going to. Bowen fit. Again, we just don't know. There's just nothing. There's no news. It's the week we need team news, and there's nothing. Why Haaland over Salah? I just think that Spurs defense looks really weak. But Diaby and Bowen are going to be my transfers this week. Zayed, thank you so much for the super chat. You do this every week, and it is far, far too kind. Yeah, massive thank you. I just replied to your message in the WhatsApp about your team as well. Yeah, thank you very, very much. That is very, very kind of you every week. You really don't need to. But as a result, as always, it does mean that we'll give away some football shirts to those of you in the chat. And a little bit of an exciting announcement. We finally got a sponsor for our football shirt giveaways that we do at the weekend. So even if you don't win, there's a link in the description which get you 30% off the website I use called Kitbag. So if you don't win, you can still get 30% off, but we will give away a football shirt at the end of the stream after the deadline. So yes, do stick around if you want to have a chance to win. We might give away a couple as well today. Feeling generous. Hangover, thank you for joining as a member. What's my views on Sterling? I really like him as differential. Why Diaby out? The fidgets coming up are rough. I want I want Palmer in there. It's snowy here. Wow. Shovel your pavement and walk away in your apartment. Hopefully you go that deep in points as well. Snow, lucky you. Oliver, Cash to Saliba. Could also bring Palmer in as a 5th midfielder. Potentially start over Diaby in case Watkins doesn't play for a -4. I don't know who you're selling. If it's Bowen, then I probably would, because I'm really not sure Bowen is going to start. Right, we have 25 minutes to the deadline, and I am absolutely desperate for a wee. So I'm going to be 30 seconds, and then we'll come back to it. We're back. Cash, Alvarez, and Bowen to Gabriel, Darwin, and Bowen. Did I unmute myself? Yes. For -4. Cash, Alvarez, and Bowen to Gabriel, Darwin, and Burma. I probably would do that. There's a lot of hits flying around this week. My hands are still wet. Didn't dry them properly. Starting Livramento over Taylor. Yeah, I am. Sorry. Bowen, I was reading a long comment. Bowen, Burn to Palmer, Saliba. Yes, or Trippier for -4. I'd probably just go Saliba. I need to make my transfers. Darwin or Jesus. Probably Darwin. We still don't know anything on Watkins. No. I don't think we're going to get anything now. Feels like the updates that were going to come have sort of come and not added too much, which is like fine. It's a day before the game. Would I take a -4 to transfer Bowen or play Taylor? I'd probably take the hit because I imagine the midfielder you're going to buy is someone going to want long term anyway. Cash or Udogie? I mean, maybe I chance it on Cash this week over playing Udogie. Wiesa versus Luton or Alvarez versus Spurs? Who do I start? Probably Wiesa, but it depends. It depends if you've got Mbermo. If you don't have Mbermo, I'd probably play Wiesa. If you do, then I might double up on City. Would I do Son to... Oh, that was a gifted membership. Did I miss a gifted membership? Oh, Omar, thank you. Josh14X, you got gifted a mid-tier membership. Congratulations. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Should I take Gordon as a punt to replace Bowen? Gordon as a punt to replace Bowen. Gordon does look really good, and he's... Yeah. Very good at home. He does look very good at home. Bowen and Watkins to Saka and Darwin for a -8. I mean, Bowen to Saka, if you need the money, then yes, you have to do both. A Dingra to Palmer for a -4. Yes, I probably would, because it's a transfer you're going to want to make going forward. There's a lot of hits flying around. You've got Gabriel, Lascelles, Shaw, Maguire, Taylor. Would I sell Watkins to Solanke to get money from Maguire to Saliba from -4 or roll? Are you having to start Maguire this week? And if you have another Arsenal defender, then I wouldn't. But if you're not starting Maguire and you have an Arsenal defender, then I wouldn't. But if you're starting Maguire and don't have an Arsenal defender, then I probably would. Watkins Solanke is worth it if it allows Trippier, Rob Sanchez and Palmer in future weeks. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. Watkins to Jesus also works. Also works. Any Arsenal team news? No. I mean, I expect everyone to start. I expect everyone to start. But I haven't seen anything. The only thing for me is Havertz versus Trossard today. That's the only one that I'm not certain of trying to call. And I suppose the fullbacks. How long have we got? 17 minutes. I may as well do these two now, right? We're not going to get anything. Son out for Burmo, worth it? Probably not. If it's for free, I'd consider it. But I don't think Burmo is a better asset than Son. But at his price, it might be. It depends what else you can do with your team. So if you know a transfer you want to do next week that frees up the money to do it, then yes, do it this week because of the fixtures this week. Watkins to Solanke. I mean, I've got to sell one. If I want Trippier, I've got to sell one of Salah, Son, Watkins, Haaland, Saka. And is just doing it this week the right thing to do? Can you check my team in the GOAT chat? You're thinking you're taking a cash out. Let me have a look, Omar. You're thinking of taking cash out. You're one for transfer. I mean, cash to Saliba. You've got exact money for it. Definitely. Why Livermento over cash? Your channel's the reason that you got back into playing FPL. That's what we love to hear. I hope me struggling this season makes it more enjoyable for you. Livermento over cash, because I'm not certain cash starts. And I still like Newcastle defensively. I wouldn't sell Hwang Hee-chan, no. I wouldn't do that to Palmer. Watkins and Bowen out for Darwin and Odegaard. Watkins and Bowen out for Darwin and Odegaard. I wouldn't buy Odegaard. I don't think Odegaard's a mid I'd want. He's not in my top 7 or 8 mids at the moment. But if you can find another one you like, then maybe. Trippier's better than Saka all day, but is he... I made the decision early on and think it was good. I mean, recently he hasn't been, but yeah, I get it. I think I'm just going to make these two. Bowen to Palmer. It's just if I do the Watkins to Solanke move for a hit. 5.3 thousand people watching. You legends. Happy Saturday. If you haven't liked and if you haven't subscribed, then please do. It would be greatly appreciated. Captaincy, I'm going to leave on Haaland. We are 60 subscribers away from our goal for today. God. Gosh. Turner to Kelleher, thoughts? If you need a goalkeeper for the next 3 weeks, then maybe. But apart from that, I wouldn't do it. Watkins to Darwin or Isaac. I'd probably go Darwin, but I am tempted by Solanke. You got Trippier, Lascelles, Son, and Bowen. Trippier to Saliba and Burn to Saka for a hit. I'm thinking of buying or cash to Maguire to do Burn. Yeah, cash to Maguire is better. Right, Bowen out, Palmer in, Diaby out, Saka in. These are the transfers I'm being pretty confident I'm going to make all week. Sadly, I'm about 0.2 down on making them early in the week, but Bowen potentially being back was too much of a lure to... Buy Saka or Palmer. Saka is a better transfer than Palmer this week. Do I do the other one as well? Let me confirm these two now. I already feel happy about that. Play Bulldog over Porro. I mean, it's pretty close. But you may want to play the fixture. It's just that he's away, isn't he? It's just if I want to do Watkins to... Watkins to Solanke. Watkins, we don't know. We just don't know on Watkins. If you've got him, play him. Who would I bench out of Douglas Luiz, Kudus and Palmer? Douglas Luiz, I think. Do the Solanke move. You already have him. You give him luck. Walker to Zinchenko, thoughts? Zinchenko, I feel like, is still just a concern on minutes, but I can understand, like, he has been really good for bonus. So, yeah. How long have I got? 13 minutes. It's a real tough one. You have a funny dilemma. Turner and Pickford in your team. Who to choose? I mean, Turner's not unlikely to play, so... -4 to take out Watkins. I know, it does sound crazy, but... It's just what it allows me. Right? If I do Watkins to Solanke... If Watkins was going to play, I wouldn't do it, but there is just that doubt. Like, if I do that, it leaves me 3.2 million in the bank. I can then go and buy Trippier, and I can buy, like, Porro as well. Like, that team does look really strong. I think he'll probably play, but I just fed up of getting players off my bench. Start Taylor or Mitchell or Branthwaite. Taylor, Mitchell or Branthwaite. Taylor. You play a 3-4-3 with Haaland, Watkins, Solanke. Would I stick with that? Yes. Or move Watkins to Darwin. I probably would stick with that. You got 3 mil in the bank. I got 1.5 still. I don't know. If Watkins missing out, will I kick myself for not doing it? If Watkins misses out, will I kick myself for not doing it? Diaby to Saka and Burma and James Ward-Prowse, or Diaby to Saka / Burma plus James Ward-Prowse or Matoma to Palmer. I mean, can you do... Yeah, I mean, I'd want Saka and Palmer probably first. Just because Mbeumo blanks, he's probably below them in the priority order this week for me. You're not better leaving... assessing Nkunku, maybe to have him instead of Solanke. True, but I don't think we'll be buying Nkunku anytime soon. I'm not certain about how nailed he is at the moment. But maybe. Maybe. We have no news on Bowen or Watkins. We just didn't get anything, basically. So I can't offer anything more there. Kudus update. We have nothing. Bowen worth keeping. I mean, I've sold him. Archer versus Burnley or Son versus City. I would definitely start Son. He's on penalties as well. So start Taylor or Lascelles. Probably Lascelles. I don't really want to start Taylor unless I absolutely have to. No, I'm starting Livramento over him. Darwin 12-pointer. Very possible this week. Gabriel Jesus start. I would start him if you've got him, yes. Remove Burn for a -4. I mean, if you're buying one of the key mids, then yes. Trippier or Archer as first sub if you're keeping Watkins. Probably Trippier. I'm surprised you're benching him, to be honest. Final reminder, please do like and make sure you subscribe as well. That we will be giving away a football shirt at the end of the stream. And you have to be subscribed to... be able to enter it. Members will be doing a separate one for you as well. Need to downgrade one of Son, Saka or Trippier to get Haaland. Which one? Son, Saka. I mean, it's either Son or Trippier. You might want to... It depends if you need to do it this week. If not, you could wait and see if Trippier gets a yellow card and then it makes your life easier because then he'll be suspended. I really would love a Trippier yellow card this week. Would I play Alvarez or buy Isaac? I'd play Alvarez. Nothing on Arsenal team news. We've literally got no team news that I've seen. We've literally got nothing. Palmer or Mbeumo preference. Probably Mbeumo. No, probably Palmer first. Just because you know you want him because he doesn't blank. But if you're not buying Mbeumo this week, then you're going to miss it because it's Luton this week. This is the buy window, really. Diaz or Palmer as a Bowen replacement. I'd probably just go Palmer. I just like the value of him so much. Can we have the captaincy poll? We did it and it was Salah number 1. Done Watkins to Darwin. If Watkins doesn't play, then Diaby looks nice. Yeah, although they do miss... Like, the team as a whole gets worse. What is my next planned transfer for Game Week 15? I need to turn my attention to my defence. Son to Saka for a -4 to get Trippier next week. I mean, yes, I would want Saka this week. Would I do a hit to sell Son, though, to do it? I'm not sure I would. Trippier to score an assist and get a yellow card is all I ask. If I win the shirt, will I send it to Australia? Yes, I will. Might take a while, but I will. Diaby to Palmer for a -4. Probably not this week. I'd probably do it for free next week. Unless you have transfers you know you want to make next week, then I wouldn't do it this week. I'd only do it this week if you know that you want to do it next week. Unless, if you have a transfer you know you want to do next week, then just do it for a hit this week, because it'll be for a hit next week, if that makes sense. I don't think I'm going to do the move for Solanke. If it was for free, maybe. I'm really tempted. The fixtures are just quite tough. Like that Sheffield United at home game is great there, but like City, Arsenal, like Brentford away, United away. Like the fixtures are tough, man. It does just facilitate everything I want to do. I just lose value in him is the only thing. I mean, he's predicted to drop, but Sanchez or Areola? This week, Sanchez. Why don't I just keep him doing midweek? I mean, part of the reason to do it is in case Watkins doesn't play. That's part of the reason. And I need my transfer next week anyway. That's the reason not to do it midweek. Why Solanke? Because it just allows everything else that I want to do. But the attacking data is so good for him. Must get Saka this week. Not must do. I got 3 minutes to the deadline. Darwin. No, why not Darwin? Because it just allows me more. Like, it allows me Trippier. Not worth it. I got a minute and a half to do this transfer. Oh, no. This chat is so split as well. It's so split. Nah, I'm not going to do it. I might do it midweek, but I'm going to keep him for this one. And I have Archer away at Burnley if worst comes to worst. Not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. We're going to roll the transfer. You have about 20 seconds left. Make sure you go and lock in your teams, everyone. We're not going to take the hit. We're going to lock in the team like this. I might wait till midweek. I'm going to wait till midweek. I'm not going to do it. Maybe I regret it, but I bottled it. Oh. No. I feel more comfortable not doing it. Oh no. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. I think the deadline's passed anyway. I don't have a choice now. The game has updated. The game is updating. I'm not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Yeah, chill. Okay. Hits are bad. Right, we'll give away the football shirts in just a moment. I just need to tweet my team, but that is going to be the deadline. Interesting to see what happens with Watkins tomorrow now. Game week 14 locked in. Exclamation mark. Lock emoji. Diaby plus Bowen. Out. Where's the X emoji? There. Saka and Palmer in. Correct. 1 sec. Haaland captain. So very nearly sold Watkins to Solanke 2 minutes before deadline, but decided not to. Cool. Copy, post. Well, that was chaotic. This is how we ended up. Where's my laptop? My laptop is next door and I need it to do... Or no, or do I? Can I do it on here? So... we are going to give away a membership now. No, not a membership. Well, we're going to give away a membership, and whoever gets it will also win a football shirt. Members, we will also do a members one as well. I know I posted about it last week, but I will get it done this weekend for you all. So we'll give away one membership. So all you have to do to be entered is just type Solanke in the chat. And whoever gets the membership will be in with a shout. So just put Solanke in the chat and whoever it comes up with is going to be the winner. So you have to be subscribed to be entered. And then, yeah, whoever gets it will be in with a shout. And hang on. Oh. Who did it go to? Fito. Congratulations, Fito. Are you in the chat? You have won the membership. You can stop typing Solanke now. Fito, congratulations on your membership. Drop me a message on Instagram or Twitter and I will get you that given. Fito, if you are in, let me know. Just type something in the chat. Yes, congratulations, Fito. You can all stop. If you, there is a link there which you can check out, which is where I get it from, and you can get 30% off all your football shirts as well. As these giveaways are now sponsored by, Kitbag. But we'll have a lot of them over Christmas for you all as well. So we might do one every week over Christmas. So do come back and we'll do more. Cool. Transfer plans next week will depend on Watkins' fitness. It'll be Porro in and it'll be Trippier likely in as well. So I am going to head off there. It is 1:30. I also haven't eaten anything today. And yeah, thank you all so much for tuning in. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. And I will see you all again on Sunday. So as I said, there will be a video on Sunday. There'll be a video on Monday. There'll be a deadline on Tuesday. Then there'll be a video on probably at least 2 of Wednesday, Thursday, Friday as well. So yes, I'll go and get some food now. And yeah, if you need to upgrade your membership, drop me a message on Instagram and I will, Instagram or Twitter, and I'll help you out with that. Members giveaway we will do as well. If you guys do want to get your own football shirts, there is a link in the chat for you as well now. It's also in the description, and you've just subbed to your YouTube channel now. Thank you. So yeah, have a lovely weekend, everyone. Good luck, Green Arrows. Fingers crossed Watkins outscores Solanke. If not, Solanke might come in for me midweek. Anyway, have a lovely weekend. I appreciate your support. Like and subscribe before you go, and I'll see you all again very soon. Julian, send me a message on Instagram or Twitter. I apologize if I missed your super chat. I'll sort something out for you there. Thank you, and yeah, see you all soon.